The alleged opening for Kingdom Hearts' Missing Link may have revealed the shape of an entire story that Square Enix never got to release. 7 Keyblade wielders descend into a dark, flooded space wearing heavy protective suits. A Darkside attacks them. Their mission ends in disaster. Then the scene shifts to Scala ad Caelum, where a report travels through the city, reaches Sigurd, and leads us back to Brain and the legacy of Ephemer. Square Enix has not authenticated this footage, so every detail from the leak needs to remain provisional. The official material surrounding Missing Link gives us enough evidence to ask a much bigger question. What story was this opening preparing us for? I think the answer can be divided into 3 connected theories. The first concerns the purpose of those divers. The second concerns a political struggle inside Scala ad Caelum. The third concerns the route from the ancient Keyblade societies to Quadratum and Kingdom Hearts 4. Before we get into the theories, remember what Square Enix established publicly. Missing Link takes place during the blank period between Union Cross and Dark Road. Tetsuya Nomura described it as a bridge within the Key series. He also placed the story roughly 4 generations after Ephemer. By this point, Scala ad Caelum has grown into a city filled with separate societies descended from its founder. That context matters because the leaked opening appears to begin with an organized mission. These wielders have matching equipment, a shared objective, and access to a portal or controlled descent point. They look like members of an institution. Their expedition seems planned, funded, and dangerous. If you enjoy Kingdom Hearts theories built from released evidence, subscribe so you can follow the full Missing Link discussion as more reliable information appears. Theory 1. The divers were Scala ad Caelum's first Astral Plane expedition force. The official Missing Link trailer introduced the Astral Plane as a major part of the game. Its gameplay allowed the player to travel across a field connected to the real map, fight Heartless, and collect pieces containing records from different worlds. Nomura later explained that those pieces could hold information from the past, present, and future. That makes the Astral Plane far more important than a mobile game explanation for GPS movement. It may have been an unstable information space where worlds, eras, and memories overlap. Scala's researchers could enter that space to recover records that should have been unreachable from their own time. The suits in the leaked opening fit that purpose. They resemble diving equipment because the characters are entering an environment with its own pressure, rules, and hazards. Kingdom Hearts has used descent through water as a visual language for crossing into the heart, memory, and hidden layers of reality. Here, the image may have become literal technology. Scala built equipment that allowed Keyblade wielders to dive into the astral plane and return with information. The Starlight Keyblades strengthen that reading. Starlight belongs to the ancient Keyblade tradition inherited from the age of fairy tales. A Scala expedition carrying that design would present itself as the legitimate continuation of Ephemer's order. The weapon becomes a badge of authority as well as protection. Then the Darkside destroys the mission. That disaster could be the event that starts the player's story. The official teaser frames the player's arrival around a strange night, distorted stars, and an investigation near the coast. If the doomed expedition caused a breach, the player may have entered Scala through the same phenomenon. The authorities would immediately face 2 mysteries: what attacked their team, and who arrived when the boundary opened. The report passed through Scala in the leaked opening may contain the results of that failed mission. Sigurd receiving it would place him close to the investigation from the beginning. Brain's appearance immediately afterward could connect the disaster to knowledge inherited from the age of Union Cross. There is another possible reading. The descent may represent the opening's visual theme rather than a literal mission shown in chronological order. Kingdom Hearts openings often compress events into symbolic images. Even then, the symbolism points toward the same story territory. Keyblade wielders reaching into a forbidden layer of reality and paying a severe price. The main conflict involved the Society of Successors, the Society of Non-Successors, and control over Ephemer's legacy. This part comes directly from Nomura's explanation of Scala's social structure. Ephemer's descendants formed separate groups. The main family carrying his bloodline became the Society of Successors. A branch family without that bloodline became the Society of Non-Successors. Those names create a political conflict before a villain even enters the picture. One society can claim authority through blood. The other can challenge the idea that leadership should belong to a family line. 4 generations provide enough time for Ephemer's achievements to become history, law, and myth. The leaked opening reportedly spends much of its second half following a message through Scala's headquarters. That choice feels deliberate. A document moving from one official to another shows how information travels through the city's power structure. Whoever controls the report can control the public account of the expedition. Brain would be uniquely dangerous to that system. Union Cross established his personal connection to Ephemer, and its ending placed him in Scala ad Caelum with Sigurd. Brain carries first-hand knowledge of the world before Scala existed. His memories could validate parts of the ruling society's history while exposing other parts as incomplete or manipulated. The image of Brain facing a representation of Ephemer could therefore carry a painful meaning. He sees his friend transformed into the founder of a civilization, surrounded by institutions Ephemer never explained to him. Brain can recognize the person behind the legend. Scala's citizens only know the legend. This gives the player a strong role. As an unknown arrival with an unusual Keyblade, the player could be recruited by one society, investigated by another, and guided by Brain toward the truth. Missions to recover pieces from the Astral Plane would gradually reveal records that each faction wants to own. Since the pieces contain information across different eras, a single discovery could challenge a bloodline, expose a hidden branch of the family, or reveal what became of key figures from Union Cross. My read is that the story would begin as a dispute over inheritance and develop into a fight over historical truth. Sigurd may have served as the central operator inside that conflict. His calm position between the report, Brain, and the city suggests access to information that the player lacks. Which society do you think would have trusted the player first? The Successors, the Non-Successors, or a hidden third group working through Sigurd? Leave your thoughts in the comments. Theory 3. The Astral Plane created Scala's first route to Quadratum, and someone preserved that route for the lost Master Arc. Nomura gave us 2 important connections. He called Missing Link a bridge across the blank era, and he revealed that the male narrator heard in Missing Link and Kingdom Hearts 4 is the same returning character receiving a voice for the first time. Square Enix never publicly identified him. Sigurd remains a strong candidate because of his position in Union Cross and his visible role in Missing Link, though that identification remains a theory. The alleged opening adds another connection. The environment reached by the divers appears to resemble Quadratum, or at least a dark version of the urban reality associated with it. A Darkside also dominates the sequence, echoing the heartless attack used to introduce Sora's life in Quadratum in the Kingdom Hearts 4 announcement. If that visual connection is literal, Scala discovered the other side of reality centuries before Sora arrived there. The Astral Plane served as the passage. The divers were attempting a controlled crossing, and the failed mission proved that beings from Scala's side could affect the space beyond their own reality. That discovery would explain why Missing Link needed access to records from the future. Scala may have observed events in Quadratum before those events happened from Sora's perspective. Its researchers could have seen fragments of Sora, Strelitzia, the Darkside, or the Lost Masters without understanding the full sequence. Those records would become prophecies once removed from their original context. This is where the society conflict and the expedition story meet. The faction that controls the astral plane controls knowledge of future eras. A leader could use those records to protect Scala. Another could use them to preserve a specific bloodline or manipulate events. Sigurd's report may document the first successful contact with Quadratum, while Brain's knowledge of the Book of Prophecies would help him recognize the danger of acting on future information. The title Missing Link gains a precise meaning under this theory. The player would become the human connection between Ephemer's Scala and the reality where the Lost Master arc unfolds. Their actions could create the surviving organization, method, or record that later reaches the figures operating around Sara in Kingdom Hearts 4. The strongest alternative is that the city in the opening is an early Scala ad Caelum covered by darkness. The visual resemblance to Quadratum could express a thematic parallel between the two cities. That version still leaves Missing Link as a bridge. It would show Scala surviving a crisis that later repeats in Quadratum, with both eras facing a dark side and a boundary between realities. Taken together, these three theories form one possible story. A failed astral plane expedition brings the player into Scala. The disaster intensifies a struggle between Ephemer's successor societies. Brain and Sigurd investigate the truth, while rival factions compete for records spanning every era. Their discoveries eventually establish a path, warning, or institution that survives into Kingdom Hearts 4. The leaked opening cannot prove that reconstruction. Its authenticity and context remain unresolved. The official material does support every major piece underneath it. The blank era, the two societies, Brain's presence, the cross-era records, the astral plane, the shared narrator, and Missing Link's role as a bridge. It gives us a possible first chapter for a story Square Enix had already described in fragments. The greatest unanswered question is who wanted the divers to reach the other side, and what they expected to find there. Tell me which of these three theories you wish were part of Missing Link, and subscribe for more Kingdom Hearts analysis, as we continue rebuilding the story Missing Link may have been preparing to tell.